If leaders, educators, doctors, families could adopt just one principle, listening to us today to reduce churn and build trust across the differences, what would you want them to most understand?
Yeah, I love that question because the answer I love so much. And I love the answer because it's something people can do. It's not something that's hard to do, but because I think trust is a game that is played on the ground, and it's who shows up and who listens again and then who tries to respond to what they learned from that listening in a constructive, helping, supportive way. So the end of the book tries to pull all this together in a general model, a general approach for how to do that, for how to, and the first step, and maybe the most important step, is to take the time to actually try to see the other person, to try to understand the life that they have and what they are contending with. Not so much my own speculation about what they're dealing with, but talk to them. Really try to figure out what are they dealing with? What's important here? Georgia State, for example, they changed their financial aid system as opposed to giving students a block grant, so to speak, as a financial aid, a fellowship, or a scholarship of some sort. They realized that students need money, especially low income students. They need money to deal with crises, with economic shocks to the family. And so you can, if you can't pay, if your car needs to be fixed, come in and and we'll give you money for that. You can't pay your tuition bill, we'll give you money for that. So that's how they use their financial aid to meet more urgent circumstances. Now, that's a very insightful thing. That's actually seeing past and I'll just give you a block grant. And they also accompany that, I should point out, with financial literacy training so that students, seems like, wow, why would you do that? Get that in college. But that can be very helpful. Those are good examples. I offer them as examples of what you get when you listen closely and try to see the circumstances that in that case students were really dealing with. And then you try to meet then those students really do trust you. They don't care whether you have the same identity or not. It's the least important thing to them. All that stuff, all that abstraction and emotion around identity goes out the window. This person cares about me and helped me. And that's such a powerful human force and potential it's so easy to do it. That's what I easy to do it, probably. It's a bit of an overstatement sometimes. Listening can be very hard. We know that. Taking the time to listen and to then respond constructively and helpfully can, I don't mean to diminish the effort involved in that, but it's accessible. It isn't mysterious. So I think in a society like ours, this magnificent, multiracial, multi-ethnic society that we have, these skills are especially important. And I think a lot of us have them. And it's just really pulling them together and trying to help them be more of a foundation in our society that this work aspires to do.
I love that. It reminds me of the work of the late Emile Bruneau and Josh Green's work out of Harvard about seeing the other side.